or any of the other runners. They're coveted 0.
And we do have 7 runners running this race tonight. Minochi is the one that has the cleared chaos point. Edge, let's talk a little bit about considerations for these flags. We've got 3 black mages and a thief, and the goal is to defeat Phantom. And of course, you got to do that as quickly as possible. So what are your thoughts as we watch these runners take a first look at the black magic shops?
The big thought is, how am I going to make it through the Fiends? So if it's Nuke, it's no problem. Otherwise, you have to start considering other options. Is there a Lit 3 on the table for Kraken? Is there Brack available for Tiamat? Is there Confuse available for Carry? Yeah, it looks like we got Fire 2 and Bane.
Yeah, we've got Fire 2 and Bane, but we don't have a whole lot of money. And we also don't have any tents or cabins or houses available here in Caneria. And so these runners are going to have to be super careful as we watch Len the Cat and Minochi head toward the Temple of Fiends. No way to save your game now until you at least get to Provoca, and so that's going to be a consideration these runners are going to have to watch for.
Yeah, and it looks like Len is just going to go for the treasure chest up top, and it seems like there's a nice run. And in fact, Mono and Len almost in sync. Wow.
Yeah, high-fiving, just arm in arm, running through the Temple of Fiends, while Bratster is going to go ahead and run across the Bridge of Destiny. That Fire 2 proving useful for Minochi against the zombies. Let's look into Matoya's Cave and see what Brat is going to find here. $10,000 gold is going to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, and he's definitely going to carry that out. The only problem is, if you die on the way there, that is going to be a pretty severe penalty.
So we saw Bane. Bane was one of those spells that you were talking about here at the beginning, going to be super useful against probably Kraken and Tiamat later. We'll have to see whether or not any of the level 3 spells... Oh, wow. Grey Wolves have Crack. Okay, Grey Wolves with Crack mean that the overworld here is going to be unfriendly to our runners, especially on the southern continents. Look out, everybody.
Yeah, and now Bratster, I don't know if he power cycled or not. We'll see. He didn't get the spider encounter in the same spot. Maybe he got it in the same spot as Minochi, but either way, he has to be concerned now about running into a pack of wolves again.
And it doesn't really feel good at all to make all of that progress and get that close to Provoca and then get cracked to death. You got to feel behind right off the bat.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like checking Matoya's Cave before going into Provoca if I don't have any save items. Just because you have an entire overworld set of enemies that you haven't seen other than the imps to that point. And so you have no idea what they're going to throw in your face.
Watching Minochi thread the needle here and got to Provoca. Almost ran over to the pirates to go ahead and take them out before saving his game. But he finds Ice 3 sitting in level 2 alongside Warp. And so the Black Mages are in business this seed.
Yeah, both Warp and Ice 3 reasonably good spells to use in the Volcano. And yeah, Minochi is just going to save just in case the pirates have something nasty.
So all eyes on Minochi as we watch him try to take down the pirates here. With the Fire 2 and Ice 3, probably not going to be much of an issue. It's just whether or not the pirates are able to peek in there and get him first. But a cast of Fire 2 and down go the pirates. Len the Cat right behind him.
Yeah, and Len deciding to fight the pirates before doing any shopping. And that means he'll have the money from this fight to go spend in the Black Magic shop. And maybe those extra warp charges will actually be significant.
Brat running for his life across the overworld again, trying to avoid the Grey Wolves. Successfully makes it to Provoca. Let's go ahead and look in the shopping center here with Minochi and see if there's anything of interest.
So we have gold bracelets that are very, very much out of the range of our runners right now. In fact, I would be very surprised if any of the runners came back. And we have the bottle for sale in the item shop as well.
Bottle and Provoca is one of those things where you're happy to know where it is, but no one ever really loves to come back to Provoca. after you've been here once, because the town is so spread out, and it takes just takes forever, it feels like, to run back over to that item shop or the weapon shop to pick anything up.
At least you have warp, so it won't be so bad. Looks like Minochi is skipping Matoya's and just heading straight to Ice Cave. Or heading straight to Elfland, at least.
We'll see whether or not Len follows suit, or if Len's going to go ahead and take a peek at what the dwarves have available.
And I didn't get a chance to see if there were any save items in Provoca, and that might be a justification for why you skip Matoya's. And in fact, it looks like Len is saving in Canaria and then sailing the ship all the way up.
So far, aside from the cracked Grey Wolves, this has been a pretty standard opening. Len the Cat finding his 10,000 gold, which he'll find very useful here in Elfland, with the possible exception of there being no way to save your game. This has been a pretty quiet opening so far.
The cracked Grey Wolves are definitely going to be something to worry about. You run into them a lot on the overworld on the way to Marsh, and you're also going to see them in Earthcave a lot.
All right, cabins are super cheap then. Minochi up at the upper right of your screen has found them for 17 gold apiece. And so the housing market is cheap. Houses also pretty inexpensive.
Silver bracelets for about 4k apiece, so that's useful as well. Looks like imps have a spell list, so Dark being the first one in the list, not too scary, just time consuming, but you definitely don't want to see the second.
Fuchsia Fantasy noticing there in chat that Hold was available at level 4. That's a reasonable pickup here, especially against Carrie, who in last night's race that we did in this league race was just an absolute terror, and was hitting for 600, 700 damage a pop.
Yeah, Carrie being weak to status means that's one of the, if you don't have a direct approach like Nuke, then you have to consider how can you remove Carrie's turns until you get a character buffed up enough to actually deal with her. And Hold is one of the ways, and Confuses the other way.
Minochi up at the upper right has found the TNT up at the top of the Marsh Cave. He's going to go ahead and check these other chests that are up here as well. And then the question becomes, do you want to go down to the bottom of Marsh Cave while you're here, Edgeworth? Oh, Red Bones with Bane. Oh boy.
Absolutely not. Not with that.
So I'll stop. Minochi will, well, he's going to see if he can run out of this. Oh wow, they have Fire 3 as well.
Nope.
So bye-bye to the Marsh Cave. Thanks for playing. Minochi is going to go ahead and run back for that progression item, and I don't think we'll see anybody take a gander at the bottom of Marsh Cave unless they don't see the Red Bones until it's too late.
And Lit 2, Ice 2, Saber, so nothing super exciting in the Black Magic shop at 3. The biggest problem for Minochi is that he has almost no money to work with right now, electing to skip Matoya's. So Sunsword and Flame Armor are certainly going to give him some cash, and I think that's why he decided to warp out.
Minochi is pretty well known for selling off valuable items left, right, and center in order to generate cash. Nothing is safe in his inventory. He'll sell a Masamune if he needs to.
Sunsword not going for so much in this seed. Maybe he'll have some better luck with the Flame Armor. Nope.
Yeah, that's not a ton of good stuff here to go ahead and turn into magic, but he'll do the best he can. Of these 4 spells he's working on, he's going to go ahead and pick up Lit 2, and that's probably of these available spells the best one. We'll be able to help take some wizards down if he ends up wanting to go ahead and chance the Ice Cave.
Yeah, and most importantly is he can stock up on heal potions and cabins.
So as expected, Minochi is eking out into a bit of a lead here. From a routing perspective and from a risk-taking perspective, Minochi has nothing to lose, already clearing off his chaos point. Bratster and Len the Cat and everybody else that's in this race will be chasing him to go ahead and try to squeak out a lead and clear off their chaos point. Minochi's just playing for fun, but playing for fun means he's still going to try to win this.
Picks up a couple houses with that money as well, and that'll let him run through dungeon, save, and then go back in. Particularly useful to do that in Volcano.
Len the Cat playing with the red bones, not knowing what it is that they have in their spell list there, so he got through one encounter without knowing. We'll see if he continues to stick around here.
And he's definitely going to warp out. The question is, does he have enough warp charges to make another dive? If he doesn't, then he should leave, almost certainly. And there Minochi finds all his money.
So Len the Cat goes ahead and nopes out of the bottom of Marsh Cave. So he has made a good call there. We'll see whether or not Bratster follows suit. Nope, Bratster's going back in, so we're going to find out maybe what's at the bottom of the Marsh Cave here. It looks like he power cycled, and so I don't know if that means he's going to see red bones here or not.
So the first big route divergence, we'll see if this pays off. Really looking for floater and slab down here to make a very big difference.
Gargoyles with stun touch and also hitting like a freight train. Here comes the red bone. Bratster gets away from that encounter. Minochi and Len the Cat both hanging out there in the dwarf cave. Go ahead and trading that TNT in.
Brat finding a pro ring and getting a chance to strike first on that group was pretty important. So far, some decent stuff.
Mux with quad X.
Hey, the pro ring is paying off immediately.
It was a really fortuitous strike there. So speaking of Quad X, there it is available in the level 5 Black Magic shop in Melmond. So that's the first 5 levels now. We've seen no nuke, and only one level 3 spell, Ice 3, sitting at level 2. So it's a bit of a weaker Black Magic seed, I guess.
And Bratster's going to take his chances with the wizards, and I think I would have just he does not have Lit 2 charges. So this could turn out very badly.
Oh boy, and they wizards bring Mute out.
Yeah, that's it. At that point, I think you just cut your losses.
Boy, that makes wizards just instantly unfun for the rest of this seed. You're going to have to find a way to take care of wizards without any magic at all, perhaps.
Well, either that or always go first. Looks like Minochi found the pro rings.
Len the Cat now squeaking out into the direction of Crescent Lake, just ahead of Minochi, who's right on his tail. We'll see if any of the encounters here are to our runner's likings. No money to be had for Len the Cat here to go shopping with. Level 6 magic. There's Lit 3 at 4,500 apiece. So Nuke is locked at either level 7 or level 8 edge. You probably won't be seeing it from anybody.
Oh, and we have Fast and Temper as well.
So with the mix of spells that we have here, Edgeworth, if you were running this set of seeds, where would your next target be?
So depending on what I feel is the best option in the encounter table, I might either dive the first floor of Earth, and I would have done that earlier than Mono and Len, or go to Volcano with the expectation that I'm not going to finish it in my first dive, and just open as many chests as possible.
And we'll have to see whether or not Broadster follows that lead. Minochi and Len the Cat are immediately beelining here for the Volcano, and Len the Cat actually is going to forego the chest on the right side and go straight to the armory. Let's see if he finds anything of interest.
Especially with Ice 3 in the first slot, you can gain quite a few levels just going through here. I would still feel very uncomfortable fighting the fire elementals.
Found some supplemental silver bracelets there to go along with the pro ring. And apparently every silver weapon in the game was also here.
Yeah, and it looks like Len is not healing up, which I do not agree with at all.
Wow, we only brought 20 heal pots into the Volcano. Makes me wonder if he's not planning on sticking around.
Yeah, this is... not sure I like this. At least he gets the Ice 3 off first. Yeah, and he's going to gain a ton of levels off of this. I would be very afraid to take that 2-fire fight, given the low levels of the party, but he should be able to warp out, house up, and we'll be fine.
So route divergence incoming. Broadster diving Earth Cave. We'll see if he just does the first level or does more than that.
So Broadster deciding he wants to keep whatever he found in that treasure room. We'll see if he gets as lucky here. Not so much.
Yeah, it wasn't a ton there. There was a power staff, which could conceivably turn into some cash here, depending on how much it's worth. Len the Cat, meanwhile, in the Volcano, finding the Zeus Gauntlet, which will be immediately useful.
Looks like Broadster is going to walk this adamant out, and maybe he has thoughts of selling it.
Boy, I don't even know if he checked the top chest up at the top of Earth Cave, but it does look like he's going to go ahead and continue on his way.
Yeah, that was adamant. So just a quick top floor check, and he's out. I might have considered diving a little further to check the 6 or so chests on the second floor.
Yeah, especially if you have warp, that's a reasonable idea to do. He was the one that died to the crack Grey Wolves. That may have been in the back of his mind.
And Len is getting some nice levels throwing Ice 3 around. Meanwhile, Mono is headed into deeper Volcano.
So no progression items so far. In the top of Earth Cave, we didn't find anything of interest. The first levels of Volcano aren't hiding anything either. And so that leaves us with lower Volcano, or we might be going somewhere else. Minochi finding the ever-exciting 1 gold chest.
And I think with Ice 3 sitting in the same slot as Warp, I would not be super thrilled to take this encounter here.
And we see...
go
ahead.
If you're planning on grinding Agamas, then yeah, taking this fight to see how nasty they are before they wipe your party is a good thing, but there really isn't a need to grind with this party configuration, and I would like to save my warp charges just to make it out of this volcano.
Yeah, Len taking some chances there with some low hit points, running into the running into an Agama encounter. Both Minochi and Len the Cat holding hands again and finding the Masamune.
That's a very nice pickup. And hey, Len finds a floater as well, and now, a black shirt.
Yeah, now Len's risk taking is really going to come to a head here. He only has 2 characters left. He found all the progression items he wants, as well as the most powerful sword in the game. Now he's got to try to run the heck out of here.
Yeah, and that's going to be the big difference. Minochi with 6 charges of warp can easily make it out of here, as long as he keeps all of his mages alive.
So if you've got Bless RNGs in the chat here for Len the Cat as he tries to reverse run his winnings out of here, go ahead and spam them. Meanwhile, Minochi's still checking chests. Meanwhile, down in the lower left, we're looking at Broadster probably angling his way over to take a peek at Castle Ordeals. Still a chance that there could be something of interest here. Perhaps a slab would be a nice find for Broadster, but otherwise he needs to be heading over to the volcano eventually.
Oh, hey, Red Giant's on mute too, and Thunder. So there goes Minochi's party.
Wow, that's how the randomizer goes. Minochi was in the better shape and then runs into the Red Giants, whereas Len the Cat is almost out of here with his only 2-man party.
Oh, and he's going to find out the hard way that Argoyles don't care about eyes.
And they rolled some high hit points, too.
Yeah, so Len is going to get rolled on the way out of here. Well, it turns out, I guess that's the mage that has the pro ring and the silver bracelet, so this is actually somewhat paying off. But holy cow, did they roll a lot of hit points. If any of them crit, that's going to be real rough.
We're now into round 4 or 5 here with these Argoyles, and Len is still going to try to blast his way through.
I mean, I feel like he's committed to this strategy, so that's kind of the only thing he can do. Fire 2. Here we go.
You know what? It worked.
Well, enjoy your spell charges, Black Mage. Makes it out.
Well, now Len's got to take one little Black Mage all the way back across the overworld here, but he's got cabins to go ahead and save his game as he goes. Minochi, meanwhile, is a bit of a deficit here. He's going to go ahead and try to get those progression items back, and we've got Broadster in Ordeals. We'll see if he finds anything of interest here.
Len got a pretty good run, so it's like the front of the encounter table, pretty friendly.
So you've picked up the floater, but still not a whole lot of resources at your disposal. Edge, have you seen anything in the overworld or in the resources at this point that would point you in a particular direction here? You've got the floater, but what do you do now with it?
You check the free chests first, and it's just to make your life easier. Maybe you find the slab there, but you might also find some useful equipment, and that might make your dives into other areas a lot more efficient. if you find a Thor hammer, for instance, before you go into sea, or you find a mage staff before going into Earth, all of those are very beneficial.
And boy, before you can even blink, Minochi has taken that floater, warped back out of the volcano, and just beeline straight for the airship. This is one of those decisions that Minochi makes that makes him such a dangerous competitor, because he's turned a negative back into a positive, almost like almost while you weren't even watching.
Now he's going to pick up the rod. And we'll see where he goes from here.
Broadster apparently didn't find anything much of interest in Ordeals, and so Ordeals is off the table for any progression items. That leaves us with Ice Cave, Volcano, or now that Minochi and Len the Cat have the airship, they can perhaps also hit up Sea Shrine, Waterfall. The slab could be hiding in any one of a number of places at this point. And Minochi's back in Provoca here, which makes me wonder if he's angling for a bottle.
A question in chat, why is this the most beneficial party layout? It's not, really, but for the purposes of the randomizer round, everybody has to run this party group. Just to make things interesting, the league is all about running sort of challenge seeds, and this is the 4th round rules.
Yep, the next set of flags that start next week is Stage 5, and we call it Alignment Neutral. And if you love black belts, boy, are you going to have heaping helpings of them. You've got to run 3 black belts and a red mage for the next 2 weeks. Finding Brack at level 7. I don't think we'll see anybody pick that up today, because you'll need to get to level 20 before you get a charge of it. Willow Drew, that's a interesting question you're asking in chat about what team, if you wanted to run for an optimum composition, what team would you have? That's a really subjective question, and you're going to get 100 different answers if you ask 100 different people.
Yeah, well, it looks like the fire's no bane, which we never saw up until now. So poor Broadster takes the brunt of it.
That's 2 sets of encounters now that Broadster has gotten the raw end of the deal on. Not too much of interest in the Cardia Islands so far, as we watch Minochi and Len the Cat continue to hold hands through this entire seed. We're almost 30 minutes in now, and progression so far is that the TNT was found in the top floors of Marsh Cave. The floater is hiding here in the volcano, and Broadster is angling in on it over here in the next few levels that he'll find. I did see that Len just found the Thor's hammer. That'll be useful if anybody decides to peek into a Sea Shrine next. That's kind of where we stand at this point.
Oh, Broadster getting punched out by that Grey Worm, and he's just getting the worst of these encounters.
So thanks to our 3 featured runners for agreeing to be featured, and we've got 4 other runners that are also running this race that are off screen. If you are enjoying what you're seeing here from these runners, please go ahead and give them a follow. Make sure that you follow Speed Gaming. We're on Speed Gaming too, so give that channel a follow. I believe there's like 5 channels of Speed Gaming now, so go ahead and follow all 5 of them. Thanks again to Fiesel for giving us a little bit of time to showcase our Final Fantasy Randomizer League.
I think we're up to 8 at this point, so we have speed gaming the Ocho now.
Yes, the dream of the Ocho is approaching.
And I wonder if we'll see, just because of the magic distribution, if any of the runners will go back to pick up Bane. Knowing that Brack is at level 7.
Minochi buying some cheap houses for some easy magic charges. We'll see if he wants to go Sea Shrine first or go up to the waterfall. Looks like a Sea Shrine play. Now, Edge, do you want to go topside of Sea Shrine and go visit the mermaids first, or you want to go try to kill Kraken first?
So at this point, I'm looking for one progression item, so I'm going to go to the right side. The other benefit of doing that is you're going to get a few encounters on the way through there that you can pick up some levels on. Maybe if the Gray Sharks rolled kind of low on HP, you can pick up some levels that way.
So Len the Cat right on Minochi's tail here, just working on some fetch quests to go ahead and trade in his bottle. Broadster is still getting bodied, unfortunately, in the volcano, but he's now reaching the floor he's going to need in order to find the floater to progress to the next stage.
The sea snakes look like they were pretty beefy, so that's probably not going to be an encounter Minochi will take.
Here's an unrunnable Wiz Sahag and Red Sahag encounter that Minochi will have to deal with here. Len the Cat is going to go ahead and...
no.
More Bane, everyone!
Wow, this Sea Shrine is going to be a nightmare.
Okay, here we go. So, Pro Ring, by my recollection, doesn't do anything against Bane, does it?
No, the only 2 items that block it are Aegis Shield, which can't be used right now, and Ribbons.
And I don't believe we've seen any ribbons yet, have we?
Not yet.
Okay, ribbon hunt for everyone. We know that it's not in the volcano. I don't believe Brat found one in Ordeals. We might have to go back and look.
No, he didn't find one there either, so it very well could be that they all ended up in Sky or later, and that's going to be a real bad feeling for our runners.
Yeah, especially since that's an unrunnable encounter. You've got to strike first, or just pray that they decide not to use Bane. And there's with 8 red Sahags, it's going to be a fat chance of that happening.
Alright, so Gersharks rolled a ton of health too, so the dream of Minochi picking up some easy levels is starting to dim here.
So we've got Crack Grey Wolves in in Earth Cave. We've got Bane Red Sahags in Sea Shrine. The volcano appears to be no fun. This is we're running out of options for grinding here.
So with the first cast Bane that I saw off of 2 separate enemies, it leads me to wonder if that's the Medusa script, which means there's a 3rd enemy running around with first cast Bane somewhere.
Lovely.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Mono just, he's got to go first in the turn order, otherwise this just doesn't work. No.
Yeah, this Sea Shrine is looking less and less appealing.
Well, he did keep one of the Black Mages alive, and that's really all that he needed. Unfortunately, now Stogie the Thief has to go first. Nope. Of course. Mono may be able to get out of this at least checking the chest. So Thief is getting a lot of experience points. Yeah, he'll be able to at least check mermaids.
And meanwhile, Len the Cat is checking chests in the waterfall. Found the opal bracelet and a katana. Everybody, keep your eye open for ribbons at this point.
Ooh, Mono found the tail. So tail is in mermaids.
In the waterfall, we have the ruby as well as the cube, and so double happy music there.
Opal bracelet, a very, very nice pickup. I don't know how Mono is going to escape with the tail, though. Not only does he have the tail, but he seems to be finding almost a complete set of equipment for Thief when he promotes. So, yeah, he's going to try to run this out.
Wow.
Well, good luck.
You've got nothing to lose, I guess. Again, so we went through the waterfall and the top side of Sea Shrine with the mermaids, and still no ribbons to be found anywhere.
Chance to strike first on the shark. Oh no. The back-to-back encounters. He's just going to hit the sea troll. Oh, well, no.
Here we go.
He went first, though. No, he low rolled on that Arsahag, so he's gonna dodge one bane. Or two, it looks like.
The dream continues. One Arsahag doesn't decide to cast Bane. The other one doesn't, and so we might actually have a chance at surviving this.
Oh, got him.
Well, that was a Herculean effort, and Minochi decides to run away.
He's not gonna get that. Maybe he'll check Waterfall to see what he finds.
Well, all eyes now on Len the cat, who's blithely working his way here through through the top side of Sea Shrine, having no idea what's in store for him.
I think he actually just cleared out one of those encounters and did not get baned, so he just has no idea.
Yep, here we go. Let's see what happens.
Round two. His turn orders are incredible.
Wow.
So Len still doesn't know.
Meanwhile, all of this back and forth has allowed Broadsir to sort of sneak back into this. He's joined our other two runners here in Onrak, and he's actually progressed a little bit farther than the other runners at this point because he has cleared ordeals. And so he's got a little bit more knowledge of the places he needs to go. Here's Len the cat playing with Sahags again.
And again, the turn order in his favor.
Wow.
Gets a couple of low rolls, though, so this could turn out to be bad. Oh, they have snorting as well. So he completely misses Bane once again.
He's actually getting to the point here where he might be able to warp all of this stuff out of the mermaids too, if he is lucky with a couple more encounters here.
Remembers, he double checks that chest. It's always a bad feeling when you can't remember because you just got into an encounter.
Oh, here we go again.
How many of these are there? Yikes.
Took them all out. Wow. Minochi's going to watch this later and probably just be sick.
Well, Len's going to be able to carry the tail out. Because he certainly has enough work charges to dodge all the way out. And he got some nice levels, too. Meanwhile, it looks like the mummies and whiz mummies, there's some stone touch in play. So that's awful. This is just as bad as last night's seed.
Yeah, this is pretty brutal. We're watching Minochi's party turned into a set of statues, and everybody else died, and so he's got to go run through the waterfall again. This is setting up in Len's favor if he can go ahead and take advantage of this.
So yeah, Len's definitely going to be able to take advantage. He'll be able to get the tail out and upgrade the ninja. And all of the armor boosts for the frontline character. That's not trivial at all.
Len the Cat, thinking this Sea Shrine is easy, is going to go ahead and probably save up. We probably will see him dive back in here.
Hey, we found Nuke. Nuke at level 7.
Well, if level 20 is in your future, then you'll get a cast of it. Brat finishing off his waterfall, picks up his cube. Minochi will be right behind him.
And Brat not having the bottle, so it looked like he was just doing a quick check of waterfall. Maybe if he feels like he's behind, he's going to do a check of the non-fiend dungeons. So far, we have yet to see Ice Cave.
Yep, so for those of you following along with us, we've not been to the bottom of Sea Shrine in the direction of Kraken, so the slab could be hiding there. We've only seen the top floor of Earth Cave, and so the slab could be in there somewhere. We've not seen Ice Cave at all, and those are the three sort of main places left to go. I guess there's probably a couple chests there in Marsh that we haven't seen either.
Yep. The 3 crown lock chests, and then the 3 past the wizards in the usual routing.
Len the Cat has finished his class change and is headed back in the direction of Onrak, and so he's going to go ahead and test the bottom of Sea Shrine. Still completely unaware that there are unrunnable Bane encounters awaiting him.
And we have our first look at Ice Cave, thanks to Bratster.
Thank you, Bratster, for what may very well be a very unpleasant trip. Ice Cave is never fun to go to.
So Len has access to Masmune and Katana, so he should be able to deal with any fights that require physical damage output. But raw damage output just does not do the trick against the Sahag fight.
Bratster finding out that we have gaze mages in Ice Cave today.
Unfortunately, with access to warp, he's not going to have to see the forced encounter of them. And hey, Len goes first again.
And Minochi right above him, hopefully will also go first. Yep, got his first cast off. For those of you following along, I think that's the 5th consecutive Sahag fight that Len has struck first on.
And this is one of the this will be one of the benefits of tracking encounters as you go along, because you'll realize that you have all of those with Sahag fights in a row. Oh, Minochi's actually just going to make a beeline for the tail and pick that up. But knowing that you have all those encounters in a row allows you to, perhaps skip some of them. If you know you're going to get 3 of them in a row on the way down, you can take those encounters on the floor Len is on instead, and you won't run into them on this floor.
There's Len finding the Aegis shield. Here we go again.
There's the Bane.
And the truth comes out now for Len. At 2 of them. Well, we'll see if he gets through these.
Nope. Broster finding the defense sword and the power gauntlet next to each other, so the single party member starter kit.
Len the cat immediately runs away from Sea Shrine and decides that this is not a place he wishes to continue. So he's going to go try his hand at at Earth Cave, where the Grey Wolves with Crack await.
So he's going to take his chances with that instead. That's pretty great. And I think, did Broadster do the warp trick to get to the eye early?
I was too busy watching the carnage on Len's screen to notice.
This is not a bad idea to take a few of these fights here, get some much needed levels, and then cruise through the rest of the ice cave with your higher HP. Looks like the eye rolled a non-trivial amount of health, though.
Yeah, when you're low level like this, so every little level helps, and it doesn't take too long to get a low leveled party up to more reasonable levels here.
Yeah, so it just took a couple of fights, but already you can see benefiting the Black Mage in the back row, who probably would have been one-shot by that.
We are sort of running out of places for this slab to be hiding at this point. Broadster's checking Ice Cave for us. Len is diving Earth. There's not a whole lot of other places that our runners can go.
So Earth Cave and the 24 chests within actually seems a little appealing. Although we know out of the top 5, they're all pretty much useless.
Frost Dragon's taking a bite out of one of Broadster's Black Mages, so he'll be running with a reduced party here. You've got to go down here to the 6 chests where the Frost Rurus await.
Well, you have to take this Wraith ambush first, and these guys hit pretty hard.
Looks like Brat's going to try to fight his way out of this.
And down to 2, but fortunately the Wraiths seem to... the Fire 2 will take care of this. Just has to live to that point.
Jackpot. Len the Cat has found the slab. It is in the 2nd floor of Earth Cave, guarded by an Earth Elemental that Len made relatively short work of. So he's going to go ahead and get that translated pronto.
And I wonder if he's just going to take care of Sky right now.
You know, it's a good consideration. Bane is at level 2, and you're going to have a whole bunch of casts of it. If you can run the gauntlet of Mirage Tower and Sky Castle and get to Tiamat, you can take it down.
But the other benefit is there's a lot of chests that you can check very quickly in there, and maybe picking up 1 or 2 ribbons is all that you need to make it through to the Kraken fight.
It's looking like that's going to be almost required to find some ribbons this seed.
I think if you did enough encounter manipulation and tracking that you might be able to do that, but I don't know if any of the runners have been writing it down. It just seemed like there were a lot of the Wizahag group bunched up at the front of the table after Power Cycle, and that's exactly what you want to do going into a dungeon because of that long initial walk.
Broadster finding that the Frost Wolves have rolled Vanilla Frost for this seed. This is a randomizer, everyone, even though it might not look like it.
Oh, well, that's his last fire, too. for some stinking iron armor.
Len the cat back into Earth Cave. We'll see whether or not he gets jumped by any Grey Wolves.
He certainly has enough in the way of resources to finish it now. He just has to dodge the biggest threats down there, the Grey Wolves, and anything that we haven't seen that might potentially have terrible things, like maybe trolls with nuke.
You know, for those of you watching, we've run 14 of these Stage 4 races, and we've had an inordinate amount of nukes, or trolls with nuke. I think 4 seeds have had them, which I don't even know the odds of that.
I mean, they're trolls. It's entirely appropriate.
It does thematically make sense. Looks like Len the cat is not going to check any chests on this floor, which I can completely understand. The chests are so far flung, you can spend a whole bunch of time here.
Question in chat, what did the Grey Wolves roll? They rolled Crack, which is Earth Elemental Instant Death. So a little rough to deal with.
Minochi found the red bones with Bane.
So is that all 3 of the Bane monsters then? We have the Fire Elementals, the Red Bones, and the Arsahogs?
Yeah, I think that's that. I think that's all of them. And it does look like Broadster is going to go ahead and head back over to Earth Cave. He's probably going to kick himself if he goes down to level 2 here, because he's already been here once and only cleared out the top floor. We know that the slab is 1 floor below. Here he is.
Len running into the ooze, and the ooze no fast, and he's going to get out of there before they can cast any other spells.
Everybody say hi to the vampire.
I think you gotta use some Fire 2 charges on this.
Len knifing him to death.
It's, well, he took a stab at it and it didn't work out.
Oh, boo!
The Broster getting ambushed again.
Here we are. Here come the Grey Wolves.
Yep. Nightmare continues.
I'm sorry, Brat.
It keeps happening.
Oh, Brat having a run to forget here, unfortunately. Something tells me we're gonna have he's gonna have some choice words for us once he finishes his seat up.
Oh, Earth Elementals have paralysis as well, and they hit the guy with the mass beam.
Meanwhile, we've got poor Minochi up in the ice cave, stun locked by 7 wizards. He's going to be here a while.
I think you just reset at this point.
Yep, he heard you. There he goes.
The wizards are casting wall. Like you're not gonna even kill him.
All right, Brat making it through the Earth Elemental encounter. Let's see if he finds his slab before anything else horrible happens. All right, Len has made it to Lich, so we've got our first fiend on screen after 55 minutes.
Poor Mono. This seems like Minochi tradition, though, dying 2 steps away from the final chests in Ice Cave. All right, we have an orb lit for Len.
And not only that, he's got all of the progression items he needs. Remember, the crown is not required in these seeds because all you're going to kill to finish this seed is the Phantom, and the Phantom is not locked by the Mystic Key. And so Len, has everything he needs, depending upon whether or not he wants ribbons.
And he's debating whether he wants to go take another run at carry right now, and I could see the indecision going back and forth.
Flying aimlessly back and forth.
It's like the team was evenly split. Let's go to Volcano. No, that's a terrible idea, as they fight over the steering wheel.
Minoci's going to go ahead and give Ordeals the old college try. We know that there's unfortunately not a whole lot here for him. Len has reluctantly settled on Volcano as his next target.
Well, with Masvian, he certainly has the equipment to do it. He just has to make sure that Carrie doesn't one-shot him beforehand. So throw the Thief in the back row, apply all of the buffs, and just hope for the best.
And Broadster has taken a different decision here with the information he knows. He's going to go ahead and get the chime, and I gotta wonder if he's going to go take a peek at all of those chests at Mirage Tower, which I have to agree is a really good idea at this point.
Yeah, I think almost certainly he's going to be digging for ribbons. He's also going to look to see what's in the black magic shop there.
Broadster has certainly died enough to all sorts of assorted enemies. Oh no!
No!
Oh, Lupa time, everyone!
That's
He's so angry. Oh, Brad, this has been one. This has been a seed to forget for him. Poor guy.
Place seed and dumpster on the way to exit.
Oh, he's going to go visit friendly Dr. Un. I can't imagine why. Len the Cat, I don't believe, checked the red dragon chest here. He's going to go make a beeline straight for Carrie. We're going to find out if this was a good idea or a bad idea real fast.
And looks like he's going to hedge his bets by throwing the katana, and hopefully he moves that. Yep, so anybody that can do the physical damage gets thrown into the back row. I like this, and then the buffs will come from the mages in front.
I love it. I don't ever think I've seen a black mage holding Masamune before, but here we are, everyone.
So he's gonna try the exploratory quad axe. We'll see how this goes. Fire 2 lead off is actually pretty good. Well, Carrie has more health than you think, but now definitely another reason to cast that.
He's loading up on Quad X. You better hope that she has less than 300. Yep, she does.
Yep. So no need to confuse her. She did not roll max health.
Broadster is back in the direction now of Mirage Tower, so we're going to start looking through the Mirage chests. Len the Cat has a 2-orb lead, but no ribbons whatsoever to speak of. So I think, yep, Len, I think you need to go look for the chime first.
I don't understand why Len needs any ribbons. He made it through, what, like 8 of those encounters without dying? He's fine. Broadster killing some Tyros, which only means one thing. He knows I'm commentating.
And Broadster also finding a ribbon, so there's one of them.
I also find some Pro Cape. So good armor for the whichever mage you decide to tank up.
Yeah, Ribbon is a super welcome sight in this seed. Len, if Len is going to continue in this path, he's going to find one too, which is going to give him a pretty significant advantage here.
Yeah, and it doesn't take you very long, especially post-power cycle, to check these chests, so if he wants a ribbon at all, he's going to go for it, but he's just going to skip it now. And I guess he feels like he can dodge that encounter going through C well enough.
Interesting, Len pushing his advantage here, and foregoing we know at least one ribbon that he will not have. Ah, Banesword found.
Let's see how you like it, jerks.
Yeah, no doubt.
Ooh, Len only has 20-some heal potions, so he really can't afford to check any chests in here. He's got to make it to the end.
Looks like Brad is going to go ahead and try to complete this dungeon too. He's got to feel like he's behind. He's wiped so many times. While he's here, might as well take a shot and see if you can bring Tiamat down.
Meanwhile, Minochi is going to skip the chests he missed and probably feel real bad once he finds the slab. Well, Blue D has a lot of health.
Man, it cast lightning. We'll see if Brat decides to stick around. Yep, he's got a weakened party, but he's going to go ahead and keep opening chests up. Wow, Blue Dragon, secret boss of Mirage Tower here. Len the Cat, no ribbons, no heal pots, doesn't care. He's going to continue doing this.
So yeah, he's in a little rough shape right now with only being able to heal up 300 points of damage. So every one of these hits is pretty significant. I don't know if he has any heal items that he might be able to get into a relatively safe encounter and just spam heal helmet or heal staff.
Bratster running into another Blue Dragon probably has to start wondering who he upset to get this seed.
I wonder if no. Okay, so he's got plenty of heal potions. The Nachos rolled 3. Oh goodness. Well, down
wow.
That mage goes. That was an angry Nacho. Ooh, you have to take this fight. No, don't run. Len, no!
Here it is!
Those are experienced pinatas. Yeah,
5 hit points.
He's getting worked. I don't know if he's going to be able to do this. He's got Banesword, though, so... At this point, that might be your best option. Just keep the heal potions, keep the thief alive, and just hope that your Tiamat fight is incredibly lucky.
You got to make your way across the Bridge of Destiny here, too.
I actually don't know who Banesword ended up on, though. I don't think he rearranged his inventory. Or actually, no, the other runners found that.
Yep, Len doesn't have it.
So yeah, this one's gonna be a nail biter.
Yeah, Scorch may take this Black Mage out.
Oh, almost.
You know what? You can still cast Bane with 6 hit points.
Yeah, I think you put the low health one in front anyway. He's gonna die to anything. So.
Oh, he doesn't have Bane on that one. Or this one. Oops.
Please have low health. No. Oh.
Well.
That's
3 hits, 3 damage. That does not feel good.
This does not look good for our hero. Oh, finally gets a crit, but no.
All right, so Len takes a unfortunate wipe. Is going to go ahead and fly away, probably to go find Bane. That's what I would recommend at this point. So Brodster having a bit of an opening here. Len has had a setback, so let's see if Brod can make it through here. I do know Brod has Bane.
It looks like Len is going to improve the equipment loadout of his party. Go get some gold bracelets. Yep, and he was able to afford 2, but I definitely think you need to... Oh, he's getting more heal potions as well. Yeah, that was, I feel like, was his downfall.
Brod is just diligently checking chests here, all through Sky. You know, he has all of the progression items he wants, but has died so many times that he probably feels like he needs multiple ribbons in order to be able to finish this. Here comes Len back.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Although, I still feel like Len maybe should pick up a level or 2 just to have a fast cast.
Still avoiding chests.
Well, the Whiz Vamps are not messing around.
No, they are ouchy today. Uh-oh.
Yep, and that's another wipe for Brodster, so he's in rough shape right now.
That's just brutal.
There's been quite the assortment of nasty enemy groups. It always feels bad when something bad lands on unrunnables or ambush encounters. It seems like we've had a lot of that in this seed.
Yeah, stage 4 is going out with a bang. So meanwhile, Minochi lit his fire orb and took Carrie down, and is in the correct place to find his last progression item.
Alright, he's got 2 people that can cast Bane, so we'll see how this goes.
Minochi reaching the 2nd floor of Earth Cave will need to go play with that Earth Elemental in order to find his slab. And then we may see Minochi done checking chests here. He's got to feel really far behind at this point. Welcome back to Sky Castle, Len.
It looks like he power cycled, getting the same encounters in the same spots. So hopefully the nachos don't get too frisky with him on the way up this time. He did take 2 extra steps though, which means he may hit another encounter on the bridge. Come on, Len. No!
He wants nothing to do with that encounter.
It's Group 8 and he's so good on experience.
So Len's got to run across the Bridge of Destiny here. We'll see if taking any additional steps means he's going to get any more encounters here. Brad is still checking chests. Give him props. He is doggedly looking for more ribbons.
Wants those ribbons pretty bad. He also passed up a slime encounter, which is also ridiculously good experience as well. Finds white shirt. Not bad.
Is that in its vanilla location there?
I know both of the shirts are there. I don't know if that's the black shirt chest or not. Hey, Minochi got his slab.
And it's probably screaming and yelling at, oh god, gray wolves.
Oh.
Run, Minochi.
I think destroying them utterly is probably the best move.
Len the cat has made it to Tiamat. Hello, Tiamat.
And, well, he's going in hacking. This didn't work out so well last time. We'll see if the new and improved armor gives him some survivability. Nope.
Uh-oh. This is why you buy Bane, everyone.
Yeah, and what we were discussing at the beginning of the seed, what are you looking for? In case you run into a roadblock like this is the kind of, you have to be able to deal with Tiamat somehow.
Len running in circles in the desert.
Steak and wings time?
Yep.
Hey, there's another ribbon.
Brat found a second ribbon, and you know, every time that Len wipes and Brat finds a ribbon, you've got to wonder if who's actually in the lead here.
I think really the real winners right now are the viewers.
Yes, and those of us commentating. Bratster, making his way through another wizard vampire encounter, still has all 4 people up. With a couple of ribbons in hand, he may have the goods here to go ahead and give a shot at Tiamat and actually get through it. If that's the case,
nope.
Oh no. Well,
hey,
wow.
Warmeka's cracked.
Rod, I am so sorry. I didn't even.
He's going for it. He's going for it. The absolute madman.
Well, 3 of them got through crack. That's where the ribbons come into play.
Bane strats. Well, the thing is, he has defense sword.
Rod, just run away.
No, this is a matter of principle. No. Monster, I am so sorry.
It says aggro. Oh, and he's forfeiting everybody. He's gone ahead and dot forfeited in chat. I don't even know what to tell him. So the seed has claimed its first victim. That's our first forfeit of this race. Open. Here comes another one. Zelnop, who's off screen, is also forfeiting out of this.
Yikes. This is this has just been one of those days. Last seed was pretty awful too. This one just as bad.
So Len the Cat's sort of holding on to a comical non-lead of sorts. He's got two orbs lit, but no ribbons, and keeps running past them. There are two here in these conjoined dungeons, but he refuses to check any more chests apparently.
Well, there's the trolls, and we're not going to see what they have.
I don't know what Brat's doing here. He's up to see what he's up to. Oh, Brat, if you only knew. It wasn't that. I mean, it wasn't just you, I promise.
I think Brat's gonna understand when he sees the completion time of everyone else roll in, but it's one of those seeds where even though everyone else is having trouble, that you just know that you had it worse.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Minochi is sort of sneaking up on the pack here now. He's on the Lich Encounter, has also gotten through carry at this point, and will have a second orb lit. Len the Cat has been sort of spinning his wheels here ever since getting two orbs lit. And if there was a lead here, it is starting to evaporate bit by bit. So don't quite know here if Brad is unforfeiting. I doubt it at this point. We'll have to, or if he's just kind of showing off for us at this point. Either way, it's nice to see him running around still.
Alright. Len and Bratster doing the high five in the Blue Dragon lobby. Oh, looks like they power cycled, so Bratster is not going to see Warmite this time.
Brat picking up the white shirt. He knows what's in all of these chests. We'll have to see whether or not he picks up the ribbon as well. Recommended, to say the least.
Oh, jeez. Poison Touch and Quad X. What? Len, no, there's two of them now. Please. Brat, no.
It looks like Minochi had a internet issue, and hopefully will come back to join us here shortly.
So even Minochi's internet has had enough at this point.
So meanwhile, I see an update in chat here from Meridian that one of our other off-stream runners, Sforzando, who is also looking to clear his chaos point, has lit his last orb. So that's a great sign that he may be the person here to go ahead and dot done first. We'll have to see what happens.
And it looks like Minochi is back in IRC. Just have to wait for the stream to catch up.
Oh no! He just typed into chat that he had a blue screen of death, and so we have lost Minochi. Unfortunately, everybody. So please send Minochi your GGs. His hardware got the better of him.
So this seed has just been claiming victims left and right here. So Len has a fast charge now. And does the double cast just to make sure that this goes out. And hey, the Black Mage survived! Alright, so we got 6 hits for 16 damage this time.
Not going anywhere?
Oh, it's the Black Mage for exact damage. This is rough. Meanwhile, Broadster with the defense sword is going to be able to make it through this, as long as he gets one more activation of it off. And we have Sforzando finishing in first place with a SRL time of 1:22.58.
So GG's to Sforzando. We'll go ahead and see if we can bring him in for an interview. I'm certain that he will have some thoughts for us. Len the Cat finally checking chests here in Mirage Tower is going to be happy with what he finds.
Alright, Broadster working the Bane strats here. Bane on one, Temper on the other. Oh, crit through the evasion!
And we're joined in chat by Sforzando, who has cleared his chaos point in the last race of the stage. GG to you, Sforzando.
You know, I've always considered myself a late bloomer.
Speaking of blooming, this seed has blossomed into something truly beautiful. Can you tell us about your run? Let us know what fun things you saw.
I hit a pretty good mix of good luck and bad luck. I got the slab by diving Earth, thanks to Artia and Will Bloodworth for kind of pushing that. And so I found slab, and I was like, okay, that's good. And so I got out of there, went to my usual route in Volcano, found the floater, noped out of there, went and collect all the chests, all that jazz. And I was like, okay, well, Ice 3 is my best spell, which at best is going to, you know, kind of maybe make a dent and carry. So I knew I was going to have to go probably with the Temper Mass Immune strat, which I found Mass Immune somewhere.
It was in Lower Volcano.
Yeah, I must have found it before I found the floater. And so I knew with Ice 3 kind of being the best spell, I was probably going to have to go with Temper mass immune strats. And so that's pretty much what I did. I just decided I went and walked into Lich because I needed a couple of levels to get carry. And then I walked into carry, and I probably wiped a carry at least once because she had poison damage in addition to Fire 2 and Ice 2 and Hold, which unfortunately she managed to lock my Thief down. So it took me 2 tries on her. Then I went Tiamat because I Bane at level 1, so I figured, all right, that's a couple more levels to try and build up to get to Kraken. And so, unfortunately, on my way up to Tiamat, I ended up running into the Thunder Sorcerers, and so I was down to Thief and Black Mage. And somewhere along the way, I lost the Thief, and so it was just Black Mage v Tiamat, and thankfully... Oh no, I lost him in the Tiamat fight, so he kind of tanked while I tried to load Bane strats, and I think third or fourth one it finally landed, and so I only took 1 shot on Tiamat. And then Sea Shrine happened, and I thought if I had lost any time, it was going to be for the repetitive number of times I wiped in Sea Shrine, and it was probably 5+. I think I wiped I wiped twice to Kraken, and then several more resets, losing party members to Bane Red Sahags. I wish it wasn't fun.
Yeah, I wiped, I think, 6 times in the Sea Shrine. I was like, I want the tail. I feel like I'm gonna need the tail for this seed, because I have a katana. If I need to, I can have a Black Mage with a Masamune, which is what got me through Kraken, by the way.
I tried that. It didn't work for me, unfortunately, but I did try that on my second pass through.
I was like, everybody temper hit the ninja who's using the katana, and then we're just gonna man mode it. And I somehow, A, managed to get through all of the Red Sahugan, and 2, got to Kraken, and as usual, the guy in the back row, he died, and then everybody else is like, we're cool here. And yeah, I had the same strats with Tiamat. Oh, look, it's Tiamat. We've all got Bane. Just go, just go, just go. All right, yes, thank you. Get out, save.
Yep. The other thing, like in the 5 or 10 dives I did a Sea Shrine, the Sea Snakes had Death Touch, and so that wasn't pleasant.
And so that other voice you're hearing is Drumbordist, who finished in 2nd place with a time of 1 hour, 24 minutes, and 35 seconds. GG to you, Drumbordist. And tell me, what was your favorite enemy this seed? Because there were so many to choose from.
Oh, let me see. The Crack Wolves were awesome. Red Sahugan, definitely an MVP of this one, I feel, just because of, all right, please, anyone go, anyone go, anyone go. Not you. Oh, you're just snorting. Okay, good. And Bane. No! Reset. I did not incur Thunder, whatever you said you had, S4.
Sorcerers.
Ooh, dear. Oh, no, I ran into a bunch of them, but I always managed to get away. Okay, I'm lucky. Let me see, what else did I... You said Carrie had something, I don't know. That was the 3-round temper the dude with the Masamune and go, 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 go.
Yeah.
I somehow squeaked by on apparently bosses that should still be steamrolling me. Hey. I mean, let me ask you, did you have the legitimate thought of, all right, I've got a Masamune, I'm real close to the Agamas, do I do it? I was thinking about it.
Not the way the times have been finishing this seed. I knew as you creep into the 130 mark that someone's gonna dot done, and so I really didn't feel like I had time for that.
Yeah, I was just sitting here thinking, okay, I know I'm not going to win this thing. I'm sure I'm not going to win this thing. I'm just going to do the normal route, go right to, see if you can find some peds before going to the volcano, and that just completely didn't pan out. The first, 5 or 6 fights were all cobras and lobsters, so, no, I guess we're going to the volcano just here at, level 9, oh boy. And just kind of fudged my way down, all right, we're just looking for stuff. There's no way I'm going to fight Carrie. Masamune, I've looked at all the chests. Not even going to fight the Red Dragon. Do I have enough warps? I do. Great. Let's go anywhere else. Anywhere. I don't care. Let's go to the beach. I've heard it's nice.
That's why I went Earth Cave first, because I felt like I could use a couple of levels, trying to kill
so you had, what was the useless item on the first floor that I was like, don't need this? It was either Ruby or Adamant. It was one of the 2.
It was Adamant.
Yeah, Adamant. Ruby
yeah, no, it's just, Adamant reset. Found the slab, I'm like, oh wait, I'm in go mode. Let's go!
Yeah,
and I forgot what I was doing and somehow started looting Mirage. And still found a ribbon! Holy cow, the one thing I want, let's go!
Yeah, this is why you check free chests, because with Encounter 1 being ridiculously long, we could check the entirety of B1, and then the normal free chests on F3 yielded another ribbon, so...
I only had the one in, like, the Black Mage, the Token Masamune sporting one. He also had the Opal and the Pro Cape, and I went back and bought Pro Rings when I turned in the slab, because of course you do! Of course, I still keep forgetting, oh, it doesn't protect against Bane. Okay, just kill. Please just kill these guys so I can get to Kraken.
So did you see the other 2 monsters with Bane?
What? No? What?
Yeah, so Bane landed on the Medusa script. It also hit fires and it hit our bones.
Oh, I ran into fires like 3 or 4 times and then I just destroyed them. I was seriously thinking about grinding them because they had like 175 hit points. Oh, that's right. Agamas had paralyzed. That's why I was like, let's not fight them. This is a silly place. So I like the first long walk. Whoever generated this seed, congrats to you. Now, figure out the enemies. Don't do this again. And Garland had blizzards. Oh, let's just go fight Garland. Dead, 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 dead. Okay, let's go take the bridge. Crack. Okay, I don't know.
I missed the crack wolves. I did.
Like, it was like the first or second encounter coming out of Matoya as if you did a hard reset coming out of Coneria. I'm like, okay, this will be great. I'm dead. I'm back in Coneria. Do I? Nah, I'm gonna have to try it again.
That's why I skipped Matoya's. The Encounter 1 got me from Canaria to Provoca.
I eventually had to, like, okay, no, I guess I'm gonna go fight pirates. I'm not even gonna save. I'm gonna go with Fire 2. This is gonna work out great.
I didn't have the money to save.
I kind of want to finish this seed just to see how many deaths and resets I had. I want to see that stat. I don't want to grind out enough to be able to finish this seed because I can't imagine what Chaos is gonna have. Chaos has nuclear, nuke, cure 4, nuclear. No!
At least one of the nuclears is spoken for.
Yeah, so I've been keeping a running list of the enemies and the fun things they've had, and so let's review. We have Garland with Blizzard, Grey Wolves with Crack, Sorcerers with Thunder, Red Sahags with Bane, Red Bones with Bane, Fires with Bane, Wizards with Mute, and to top it all off, Warmech has both Crack and Nuclear. We've seen all of that on screen.
Oh yeah, I forgot the Wizards have Mute. Like, I'll just use any of my items that cast spells. No, I won't.
Oh yeah, Red Giants had Thunder as well.
Oh, I missed that one.
Okay, whoever rolled this seed, you are not allowed to roll seeds anymore.
You're welcome. I'm happy to do it.
Just kidding. Love you too, brother.
Yeah, it was pretty great because they let off with Mute, then Thundered, so all the Ice 3 casts that Mono had queued up just didn't go off.
Is that what he was talking about when he forfeited and said, I think I'm just embarrassing myself? Because I don't think that's on him. I think that's on this seed.
No, that was Brat. Mono's computer decided it had enough.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. The blue screen of death.
It's like, I'm not going to enable this anymore. You're just going to stop now.
This seed was so powerful, it broke someone's computer.
So poor Bratster at 1 hour and 33 minutes has yet to light an orb. Although he actually did. He did off Tiamat, I believe. So I think he has one lit.
I was gonna say at the very least, come on, man mode and Bane strats, go! Oh, I swear I saw Fast somewhere. Where was Fast?
6.
That was it. Yeah, I looked in there and went, I can't afford this. It was because it was like $8,000. Oh, and Nuke was 7, also at $8,000. If you're grinding all the way up to use Nuke, good luck.
I was really trying to avoid that.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, again, do I go back to the Agamas? I have a ribbon. No. It's just a Phantom. Go. That Phantom hit hard. He saw a Black Mage. He smelled blood.
So, some additions from chat. Mummy's had Stone Touch. And,
oh, no, that's right. Yeah, I had that happen to me, and then I'd go into my inventory. Oh, I didn't buy softs? What am I, new?
Wow, I got really lucky missing some of this stuff, I tell you what. Don't forget
you got lucky on that, and I got lucky on not running into the poison carry, apparently, because she just punched me.
Oh, yeah, no, she had Fire 2, Ice 2, Hold, Poison. I think it was about the order she did things in.
I ran it just everybody temper, and then I don't know, ice 3 and punch her, and she went down after like 600 hit points. Like, yay! I guess it wasn't that bad. I didn't have to leave the first time I was here. That's a lie. I made the right call.
Yeah, I think I had to quad X her because I think she took out my thief sooner than I wanted.
Yeah, I didn't even remember that I had bought Quad X like immediately after getting it. Turn in the slab, buy Quad X, buy the Pro Rings, and the last thing on my mind is, okay, go to Mirage. Not, you have another spell, use it.
So Broadster has found the third ribbon, by the way, hiding in lower level of Sea Shrine.
Ooh. Oh, it couldn't have been the courtesy chests, was it?
Nope.
Of course not. I mean, we probably all looked at those and went, I'm not sticking around here.
In what Trenton affectionately dubs the Sharknado room.
Yeah, I love that term. It's a good term.
Well, now Broadster only has to worry about getting Bane through a ribbon.
When with his luck this seed, watch out.
Oh, something had X-Fur. I think the Sea Snakes also had X-Fur. So my reaction was, well, it's not going to do anything, but if you do target the guy with the ribbon, crap.
Yeah, but the Death Touch didn't help.
True.
So it's going to be a minute, I think, before either Broadster or Len the Cat join us here in chat. So I've got a question for the two of you that have finished. Stage 4 is over, and we're rolling into Stage 5 next, which is going to be 3 black belts and 1 red mage. Everything else is the same, except that now you got to go kill Chaos. Sportsondo, I'll start with you. You looking forward to Stage 5? Or are you a little frightened by it?
I've gotten so used to not black belt grinding in the last several weeks that I'm not really looking forward to going back to black belt grinding. So I'm kind of looking for seeds that maybe Mass Mead's early drop, Fast Temper's early drop, and I really only got to get black belt to like 25-ish.
Yeah, I completely forgot to run last week at all. So A, I enjoy my +1 now. 2, I haven't run a party with a black belt yet. So I'm kind of gnashing my teeth for, can I punch a thing in the face and not have it be a black belt that just I forgot to put a weapon on? Or black mage. You know, in this one, I tickled a lot of vampires. But outside of that, there isn't any experience boost, right?
It's the same.
Okay, so lengthier, but I mean, still, honestly, yeah. If you could go, yeah, past that, I think I gotta agree with S4 here. I keep saying S4. It's not. Sorry, I'm gonna call you 0 because it's right at the end and I can remember it. Also, you came in first, so it's the opposite of right at the end. Anyways, yeah, no, give me, fasts and tempers, which, of course, there's only going to be one guy doing it, so you're really, at that point, you're only going to be leveling 1 black belt, maybe 2 if you also have the Masamune to throw on him, but otherwise it's going to be, you're going to grind 1 guy and probably the red mage, and you've got 2 meat shields. Honestly, I can kind of get by with that.
Yeah, I'm thinking, and I gotta go back and kind of try it out, but I'm thinking 1 black belt that punches, 1 black belt that throws items around, and then 1 red mage for everything else.
Oh, the FF3 strats. The guy who's perpetually sniffing the floor, the slot 3 person. You resurrect him for the final fights just so he can throw items and hope he doesn't die, but if he does, FF3 on the Nintendo. Sorry, it's the strat for the speedrun, the glitchless speed. There's many different strats for that game, and they're all stupid.
Len the Cat's party here is meeting Kraken, and Kraken is finding black mages tasty. Or win another one.
Where was the tail?
Top floor with the mermaids. And then there was like a bunch of cash and a flame shield and an ice sword. And I was like, I don't even care about the ice sword. Give me the flame shield and let's go. Ooh, Len, getting down there. Go, Len, go.
I was worried there. I was worried there for a second that we were going to see all 3. Oh gosh, Len has forfeited as well. So we have 2 finishers out of 7 in this race.
That's a fine way to freaking finish this, I guess. Hey, we still got Brat going. He'll get it done.
Well, the problem here is that Brat is already forfeited, and so I think he's just playing for fun.
I think I'm being rewarded for last night, because this seed was probably worse than last night.
What happened last night?
We had, like, confusing quad X for bulk of the game. Maybe lit 2.
That's amazing. I mean, that's horrible. Okay, from a watching standpoint, would have loved to see it. From a playing standpoint, I probably would have forfeited after seeing 5 levels of spells and going, we're out. I got 3 dudes doing nothing. So yeah, Len, what did you want to... Because I assume we both did a dive into Gurgu and then ran screaming. You did, what, Earth next?
No, I started with Earth.
Ooh. That's right, because you found the adamant and I ran screaming from it.
If you look at our times, I think it's pretty close based on the fact that I found Slab first. I mean, I'm sure there are other little nitpicky places to find time, but I think finding Slab first actually helped immensely.
Probably, yeah, because I was doing a fair amount of looting through a number of places. It's honestly, if I had found the slab earlier like that, I wouldn't have been beating my head against the wall repeatedly when I was in a sea shrine trying to look through all these chests. And honestly, I don't think the tail really helped much at all. It just gave a little bit better gear to the ninja, which honestly, okay, that let him survive like a hit from the Phantom and a couple of hits, I think, from the Kraken. So maybe the tail was the deciding factor. But I mean, honestly, the way the seed went, and a 90-second difference between the two of us and widely varying, I'll take it. It's whatever, man.
So we're going to go ahead and give this channel back to Feasel at this point, because there's another race that's due to start in 6 minutes. If you're sticking around, there's actually more Final Fantasy coming up right after us, and it's actually more Final Fantasy 1, but it's Final Fantasy 1 on the PSP. But they're running their Total Chaos tournament, and so that is coming up here shortly. Drumboardist, any final thoughts from you before we go ahead and sign off?
No, I was just curious. Where'd Broadster find the defense sword? I would have loved that thing. And outside of that, this was the only run of this week's flag set that I managed to run. I'm glad I finished it. I'm not glad I finished this one. This one was bad.
So Defense Sword was in Ice Cave right next to Power Gauntlet. So the solo character starter kit right there.
Yep.
Sportsando, again, congratulations on your victory today. Any final thoughts as we bid adieu to stage 4?
I should just wait till the back half of the race cycle to start going.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the people that win them, they're either going to try and play defense or they're just going to, this isn't working, and forfeit. So you stand a good chance.
I'm glad it's over, but I'm definitely glad to have persevered. It feels good, especially on a seed like this.
Yeah, me too. All right, grats, brother, man.
Yeah, likewise, grats.
And you can see that the screen is switching over to Final Fantasy PSP. And so for Edgeworth, I will go ahead and say thanks to everybody for watching, and see you again for stage 5. Edgeworth, any last thoughts for you?
No, just thanks again to Feasel and Speed Gaming. Thanks to Zangri for doing the tracking today, and stay tuned for Zelness versus Holysmith and FF1 PSP.
All right, everybody, have a great evening.